All right, it is 3 o'clock on this Thursday afternoon. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. I want to give you an update on the severe weather situation and quickly look at the tropics, what's happening out there. First off, our local weather, do want to mention there has been a wind advisory issued for much of Alabama with the breezy conditions expected today and tonight. But the main focus is obviously the situation in terms of severe weather risk. There's a tornado watch across a large portion of central and west Alabama that goes until 8 o'clock tonight. Roughly includes everybody along into the west of Interstate 65, and at the moment there are no tornado warnings in our coverage area as of 3 p.m. on Thursday, but we are carefully watching showers and storms on radar. Had a good many storms come through already. Those have since weakened significantly across central Alabama, but additional storms are starting to develop, and again, these are tracking northeast, places like Carrollton, Aliceville. We'll have to watch those carefully for signs of rotation. More coming through Perry County around Heiberger and Marion. Those are approaching Brent and Centerville. And again, as they do move northeast, they do have the potential to rotate with the wind shear that is out there now. Here is the remnants of Harvey, and this is on the Mississippi River, really over the Delta of Mississippi and northwestern portion of the state. We've got a big spin there, and that's creating some wind shear and pulling in plenty of Gulf moisture. And again, that is fuel for showers and some thunderstorms this evening. And still some showers going to be around tonight, but the risk of anything tornadic will fade away after sunset as things kind of stabilize. But hey, they're having a big deal with flash flooding up around the Memphis area. I mean, a lot of rain expected over the next several hours up around Memphis, Tennessee. So that is not good. Up from Memphis towards the Nashville area, as they're on that northwest side of the low where the convergent is maxed out. The convergence allowing more heavy rain to pile up over the same area. And since this is a slow-moving storm system, it's going to take a while to get out of here. Elsewhere in the tropics, I do want to show you this because a lot of people are asking about Irma. You know, where's this storm heading? This thing went from a tropical storm to Category 2 hurricane between two advisories, which is incredible. This thing's way out in the East Atlantic. It's moving west-northwest at around 10 miles per hour. And again, that's the latest on that. Winds 100 miles per hour sustained. Now, the track from the National Hurricane Center actually bends us off to the southwest on Sunday and Monday. What's happening, this big upper air ridge is going to develop over the North Atlantic, will actually force this thing to the southwest a bit, and that's going to be approaching the Lesser Antilles sometime by Wednesday. And you see by Tuesday, this should be a Category 4 hurricane. This is going to be a really powerful long-track hurricane. So what's happening to this thing? A lot of questions. You know, there's a lot of hype going on about this thing that's a little unnecessary at this point since we're so far out. And let me just say this up front. This storm is at least 10 days away from the U.S. If it hits the U.S., it is 10 days away. At least. So again, we're talking about a long time. If you remember the trouble we have with the path of Harvey, come on, think about this. This is 10 days out. You know there's going to be some fluctuations, some changes, but here's what we're looking at. All right, so we got this big upper air ridge over the Atlantic. That's just north of this thing. It's going to help guide it off to the west, if not west-southwest for a few days. And scenario one is, you know, this ridge stays strong and it tracks through the Caribbean or through the Bahamas and possibly into the Gulf. You know, that is a possibility. One of our reliable computer models actually shows that, the European model. All right, so the other scenario, which is also a possibility, is the ridge weakens and this thing catches an escape route out to the open waters of the Atlantic or possibly the Bermuda area. That is also a possibility. The GFS, which is another global computer model, does suggest this, and the Canadian does too. But the problem is the European seems to have a better handle on these tropical systems this season, so we'll have to watch that carefully. You know, will it turn out to sea, or will this be a U.S. impacting storm? Fortunately, we have plenty of time to watch this. If this does become a threat to the U.S., again, we'll obviously let you know about it. But just keep checking out on it. I mean, it's way out in the Atlantic Ocean. This thing's going to change paths probably several times over the next several days, so we do have plenty of time to watch it. Again, tomorrow morning, could have a few showers around for the bus stop. Here's a look from Tuscaloosa. We're looking off to the northwest. Pretty interesting, actually, about an hour ago, about 2 o'clock, we had a wall cloud passed just west of Tuscaloosa. You can see it clear from our camera. That's gone now. The sun's back out, so things are pretty quiet for the moment here in the Tuscaloosa area. So again, we're going to watch things close on the radar. If we have anything that becomes tornadic, you can join us live on TV for updates. So again, I'm Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. Have a great day. Hopefully things are pretty quiet the rest of the day. If we have a spin-up tornado or two, we'll be live on TV. Otherwise, you can join us on WVUA 23 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock this evening.